Welcome, everybody. The Countdown to Kickoff show is back live from Screwballs in King of Prussia, and tonight is our season finale event. Everybody should have started crying right there. Oh, boy. This is our last show of a very long football season, and in this last episode of Countdown to Kickoff, we're going to feature our local talent and our local future superstars on multiple levels. We have an 8-year-old that has his own podcast coming on the show.
Yes.
In front of me, I am surrounded by, you all right, Nick? Surrounded by athletes that with ninja-like precision that the Eagles could have used a couple of these girls this year, but we'll get back to that later. Later in the show, we have a first, a one and only, and hopefully not the last, and hopefully there's no law enforcement involved. We have a smack talk session live on the radio, might be the first time ever, between Eagles fans and Cowboys fans under one roof without law enforcement.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared, a little bit scared. But to move forward with the show, to my right, there is an extraordinary coach who has 30 plus years of service in the community. I've worked with Janice on a couple other projects. She is old school, no joke. She should have interviewed for the Eagles assistant DC job or OC job. She could have ran it all. With her Warrior Elite cheer team. Like I said, we like to take care of the neighborhood and prop up our future stars. So, Janice, I'm going to ask you a couple questions about the athletes that are in front of me.
Sure thing.
One, tell me about your program first.
Okay, well, my program, the building blocks of my program are respect and honor.
Nice.
You don't have those two things, you don't belong in my building. We're raising future leaders of men. We are raising future leaders of this country to put this respect and honor in the forefront, to get back to the old school way of doing things, to make sure that the youth that is now coming up to be future leaders in our communities are doing it from the goodness of their hearts. At the end of my program, you should be asking yourself, what can I do for you? Instead of, I'm always hearing, what's in it for me?
Right.
I'm done with that. That's not the premise of our program. It's about making sure that the kids learn a sport, but also learn the essence of the give back.
Right.
Part of my program, it is a requirement that they do community service.
Oh, wow.
So
I had to do that a couple times.
4 hours is a minimum that they have to give me every season.
Wow.
Every athlete.
I love it.
And I create opportunities for that to happen. Most recently, these girls donned trash bags and orange vests and went into the streets of Conshohocken and picked up the trash. And when they were done with their prescribed streets, we then went to the street that our building is on and did that whole street as well.
Caldwell Lane.
Caldwell Lane.
The whole lane.
Yes. I went from my building all the way up. Yep.
Wow, that's over a mile.
It is,
easily.
It's character building.
Right.
This isn't just about, girls in cute little skirts and pretty bows. It's about character building. It's about taking leadership roles, taking accountability for their actions, and holding others to that same standard.
Nice.
So that's,
I'm ready to go play some football listening to this. She get me fired up with this. I love it.
The athleticism that these cheerleaders, this isn't just rah-rah sideline cheerleading. This is tumbling. This is backflips. This is front flips. This is not just cartwheels and, somersaults. This is throwing these girls up in the air, 15, 20 feet up in the air. This is catching them safely. This is working as a unit. Everybody has to do their job.
Right.
And if one person doesn't do their job, it's the old adage, you're only as strong as your weakest link.
Yep.
So my girls last night at practice, it was drill, drill, drill to make sure that we are ready for Saturday's competition. We're going to be in Lancaster this Saturday.
Spooky enough?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, Lancaster Convention Center.
Okay. All right.
And this is going to be our first opportunity for a bid to the one.
Okay.
Now you can see my girls now. Obviously, it's a podcast, so you can't see. But the girls that are here with me this evening are all donning different
medals.
championship medals from the different events that we have been in. This will be our 4th year in a row going to Florida for the big game.
The national championships are
Correct.
down there every year, right?
And there's teams from all over the country.
You went or you're going to go?
We will be. We've gone
Okay.
3 years in a row.
Okay, all right.
We will be getting our bid again on Saturday.
Okay.
Both teams will have a bid because
To get a bid, do you have to win a certain amount of competitions or be invited or be recognized as elite to get a bid?
that is correct. You have to win typically first or second place
And one of the other qualifiers.
in a qualifying
Gotcha.
round.
Okay.
Our season is 12 events long from January to April. And we are competing every other week at a minimum, 1 or 2 days. And so on the 2 days, it's a culmination of the scores. I was just telling, Ava has been with me the longest out of the girls here. And
Wait, on that note, let's take one
Yes,
pause and meet
yes.
the girls. Let's meet the athletes. Now, before we go into this, I want to state that when you refer to these ladies as athletes, there's probably a lot of guys out here that think that these are the 1955, just the girls with pom-poms, rhyming words and all. I'm glad you described the athleticism, acrobatics involved in
Yeah.
it. And, little known fact, there's more concussions in competitive cheer than football.
competitive cheer boasts
Is that what it's
the
called?
most concussion sport
Of any sport.
of all sports.
But they didn't make a movie about it. Like, this is why I don't like Will Smith. They made a football movie. Everybody's pulling their kids out of football. There's no cheerleading movie called Concussion or I Broke My Leg.
However, there is a cheerleading thing on Netflix called Cheer
Okay.
that followed
Is
the
that the
Navarro
lifelong-
cheer team. Yeah.
Is that one of the most elite teams in the country?
Yes.
Okay.
They are a junior college cheer team, and they've won, I want to say, 17 national titles
Oh, my God.
in Daytona Beach.
Wow. They're the big fish. They're the guys you're chasing.
Yes. And what's great is that this year I actually, we have boys on our team too.
Nice.
So cheerleading is not just for the girls. We got boys.
Oh, yeah,
and there are
college level,
more
yeah.
scholarships for male athlete cheerleaders than any other sport.
What?
Yes.
Really?
Because there are no boy cheerleaders.
Wow. Okay.
And
I
these
get
are
it.
the guys that are bodybuilders. These are the
They're
guys that
strong.
look.
Flip a girl, hold her with one hand.
One hand,
Drink
yep.
a soda in this hand, spinner.
Oh yeah, they
Couldn't do any of that.
They're out of here. They're doing their own car
Who's
wheels.
this to my right?
To my immediate right, this is Miss Kylie, and Kylie is on my junior 1 team. She started with us in August, and since then has already achieved all of her level 1 skills: front walkover, back walkover, handstand forward roll.
So safe to say, Kylie's born for this.
Kylie is born for this.
Kylie, let me ask you a question. How old are you and what school do you go to?
I'm 13 and I go to Renaissance Academy.
Okay. Do they have a cheer team there?
For high school,
So what is it? Are you in the junior high, I guess? Yeah. Did you say 14?
13.
How old? 13, yeah, junior high. So what made you want to go cheer for Warrior Elite?
My cousin did cheer and it looked very fun, so I wanted to try it.
Okay. So are you generally a cheerful person walking around? Are you usually quiet? Would you consider yourself quiet or like outgoing?
Quiet.
Quiet?
Very
And
much.
that's fascinating to me. Quiet, but she wants to go scream and cheer. So
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So you're not even a year in. She's a rookie here, right?
Very much.
Okay, now moving to my left, what's your name?
Ava,
Ava, what grade are you in and what school?
I'm in 7th grade and I go to Arcola Intermediate.
Arcola, okay. It's back in school.
Yes.
So how long have you been cheering?
2 years.
2 years? Do you love it?
Yeah.
Do you love it? So
Yes.
2 for 2 on the love? Okay, what do you not like about cheer? No pressure. It's just not, the word's nothing. I love it
It's
all.
okay. You can.
That it's a lot of hard work. It's not, you have to work out. You have to
Yeah.
work out, I'm assuming, right?
Conditioning
You have to stay-
is a
and
requirement.
I hear you're a base.
Yeah.
And the base, she's the tiniest one here. So you must be pretty strong, right?
Yeah.
Can you do more push-ups than coach?
I don't know.
Yes. She said she could. All right, moving over here to the left. What's your name?
Denver.
I love that name, Denver.
I do too.
Thank you.
So unique. So, Denver, how old are you? What school do you go to? And how long have you cheered?
I'm 13 and I go to Colonial Middle School.
All right.
And I've been cheering for 2 years.
No, who's your coach up? That's where I went to Colonial Middle School. Alma mater right here. She's going to win something tonight, just for that. So you guys are all on the same cheer team.
Yes.
How many girls are on one team that perform at one time?
There's 12 on the J1 team.
Right.
And so we have 3 flyers. Our flyers are actually Ava's sisters.
Oh, wow.
One is 8 years old, one is 9 years old, and one is, how old is Mia? 11?
Yeah, she's 11.
11.
That's what my daughter did. The fly thing. I was a nervous wreck every time she was up
Yes, but we've got these little babies that they have no fear.
there. Right.
And that's the beauty of it. If I
Because
get
they haven't
them,
gotten hurt yet.
oh no, they got hurt.
Really?
They get dropped.
They just get up and go do it again.
Look, they look at me and they say, you know what? I don't want to get up, and that's not an option. When
I
you
gotta
fall
get
down, you get back up.
Always.
Always, always.
All through your life.
And that's again one of the life lessons that is taught through the program.
Okay.
I want to, for me, this is I started coaching my daughter when she was 5. She's now 39. And she
This
and
is
I
your
started
passion.
Warrior Elite 6 years ago.
Right.
We were with the Lower Providence Warriors for 22 years.
That's where we met.
Yes. And, you make these connections on the sideline that last a lifetime.
Oh, yeah.
And
I feel you've been coaching for 30 years.
30
I have
years.
People come up to me that I coached 20-some years ago. They have
Yeah.
families and kids. It's hard to remember all the names.
It truly is. But what the great thing is that when those kids go through the program, and they go through their high schools and they go to their colleges, and then you're getting invited to those graduations and those
That's
weddings. Cool. And, the reason we want to get into this is to be that positive influence, to
Right.
make sure that what I'm doing, and I've always said, if I feel like I'm being a negative, I'm out.
Right.
Because it's about the experience of, this is something that I didn't know that I could do, and I mastered it. I was just telling her we were out of finals last year by half a point.
Wow.
A half a point. And
That's devastating.
1/10 of a point. So we went to competition last weekend. 1.9 separated first from fourth place.
Altogether, 1.9.
1.9
between 1 and
separated
4.
first
Wow,
from
that's
fourth
tight.
place. One of the things I did want to touch on real quick is that we are completely self-funded.
Yep.
I am not a 501(c)(3). I don't get any kind of funding from anything. We are self-funded. We're currently running a Super Bowl pool. It's $20 a block, and the payout's $100 per quarter,
Right.
and $200 for the final. So I can have the girls will be
Absolutely.
handing out some things here for you. But
Do the girls know by any chance the Eagles fight song?
Sure, you guys know that, right?
You guys know it?
Yeah, my dad
You-
is like crazy about them.
Your dad's crazy?
Yeah, we know
Crazy
it.
Eagles fan? So we're going
wanna
to
do it?
stick around. You want to see some crazy Eagles fans? Wait till the next segment. So can I get you guys to sing the Eagles fight song before you get off the air?
Come on, let's do it.
Come on, you can do it.
Come on,
Nick,
let's do it. Ready?
Nick. Joe, have Nick cue up the Eagles fights. Tell him we're doing a show to get off his Tinder. Nick, get off of Tinder. We're doing a show. All right, get a wife, better wife. Get off a cricket plan.
I'm listening to the same show.
So Janice.
Yeah.
So there's 9 other girls that are going to go Saturday. and
Actually,
compete.
there's more than that. I'm taking
teams.
2 teams,
Okay.
and I also have minis. We start them at 3 years old, and we also offer a tumbling class on Sundays from 4 to 5 years old,
Okay.
or 4 to 5 p.m. And that's just intro to tumbling. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, then you've gotten a cute little class.
Now give us your vitals, your website, all that good stuff, Facebook, so that people can
The
check it.
website is warriorelitecheer.com. I can be found on Instagram. I can be found on Facebook. I can be found on, what's that other one?
TikTok.
TikTok. So, it's 484-674-5688. I start them. We go from age 3 to 36. I also have an adult team that performs as well and has won championship jackets as well. So
Pretty cool.
You know, it's
Are these some of your adult
lifelong sport.
cheerleaders right here?
These are a couple of my moms that are fantastic. Again, my program doesn't
Watch this
exist
one.
without my moms.
Nick, you ready? All right, girls. He's going to cue the song up.
we
You
go.
guys have the mic. It's all you. Go
Fly on the road to victory.
They're lip singing.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Score a touchdown. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high. As we watch our Eagles fly. Boom, 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 fly. Eagles fly. On the road to victory. Let me hear you. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.
Not bad, but I definitely saw some lip singing, and these are the quietest cheerleaders. Are you sure you don't have a mime academy?
Well, that's because I got to yell at him with the bullhorn. You know how
That
it
made
goes.
us snap right in shape. All right, guys, let's hear it. Let's give a round of applause for
Thank you so much for
Warrior
having
Elite.
us.
No problem.
Thank you.
Anytime,
Thank you so
girls.
much.
Anytime. You're welcome anytime. All right, guys, thanks for coming on, girls. Good luck on Saturday. We'll be back in a minute.